If you're going to need to be creating assignments in Canvas on your own because you don't have a team to work with, this is a quick tutorial on how to create an assignment. So I'm going to be using my sandbox right here to create some assignments. There's a lot of stuff in there, so we'll just try to ignore that. So when I come into my course, if you notice, my home is my list of assignments, but yours might not be. So you can always come over here and tap assignments. For instance, if your modules is your home screen, then you can tap assignments to create one, but then of course you're going to have to put it in your module, and that's going to be a different video. So let's create an assignment and see what to do for that. So I'm going to tap plus assignment. I'm going to give my assignment a name. So this is just going to be a sample assignment. So whatever you type in this box right here, that's what's going to show up in your students' list of assignments. So then in this large box, your big editor, you have lots of different tools and things that you can add into that assignment. But basically, if you just want to put text in there, you can just tap in here and start typing. So here are the instructions for this assignment. And so if you want them to read a page or to do whatever you want them to do, then you would put those instructions in there. Now, as you scroll down, you can see there are different settings for your assignment. You're probably going to want to set the number of points for that assignment as 100 because it's probably going to count as a full grade. If you have your categories set up in Skyward, like major, minor, daily, or something like that, your assignment group must match that Skyward category exactly so that your grades will get transferred over to the right spot. So if you have minor, major, I have a lot of different examples in here, daily work, whatever you have set in Skyward, you have to use that exact word. So it has to be case sensitive exactly as it is in Skyward. So you can, if you don't have your assignment group set up, all you have to do is come down here, create a new group, and then put that group in exactly like it is. So if it's a major grade and you have it listed exactly like that in Skyward, it needs to match perfectly or your grades are not going to sync. So I can add that group, make sure I choose that group. Somehow it didn't get chosen, but that's okay. I'm just going to choose, oh wait, it did get chosen. There it is, major grade. So if I wanted to change it to something different, I could. So set your assignment group, display it as points, and then how would you want your students to submit their work? Most likely they're going to be submitting it online. So if you want them to submit a photo, if you want them to submit a link, if you want them to submit some sort of file, however they're going to be submitting that, it is going to be online, and then you have to choose which one of these things are they going to be submitting it as. If they're going to be uploading a video, you're going to want to choose media recordings. If they're going to do a Spark page, that gives you a website link. You're going to want to put website URL. If they're just going to be typing in strictly text, say you want them to write a paragraph, then they can type in a paragraph. So you would choose text entry. If you want them to create a Word document or a PDF, you would need to have file uploads. If it's a situation where your assignment is going to be allowing them to choose their product, then you're going to want to choose all of those options. If you restrict them to only one thing, then they have to use that type of submission and they won't be able to submit anything else but that type of submission. Down here, you're going to want to make sure Sync to SIS is chosen so that you can sync those grades later. And then it automatically defaults to assign to everyone that's in that course. If you only want to make this assignment for like one of your sections or periods, like if only first period is going to be doing this assignment, you can take that X, you can remove everyone, and then you can search for your whoever you want to give that to. So if you need to search for section 5, then you can start typing section and it will populate a list for you to choose from, or you can just type in section 5 and hopefully it shows up and you can choose it. You can set your due date and you have your availability. If I were you, I would just set a due date. Don't set an available unless you're real strict about wanting things to not be available after a certain date. If you set this until date, that means that once it gets past that date, the students will not be able to submit anything, not even late work. So that's how all of that works down here. So once you have everything like you want it, you can come down here. If you want to publish it right then when you save it, you can save and publish. Well, let's say you only want to save it. So this is my sample assignment and I'm just going to save it. It's automatically going to save it unpublished. So when I come to my assignment list, my sample assignment is going to be at the very, very bottom. Oh, maybe not. Here it is right here under major grade. So there's my sample assignment. You notice it's not published, but I can always come here and tap that and publish it as easy as that. So that's basically how to create an assignment and make sure it's published. I have another video where it shows you how to put it inside of a module.